last night and were well in control against Japan 4-0, 3 of those runs in the first innings. Then Argentina produced what some might say in world softball an upset, defeating Canada 2-1, reversing their round robin result. And then it's New Zealand versus Venezuela coming up next. A berth in the grand final on the line, and then it'll be the playoff, Australia versus Argentina. The winner will go home and the winner will advance to the bronze medal match. So there's a lot on the line in these next two matches. The New Zealand Black Sox are already out warming up and going through introductions, and they are certainly going to have to, as coach Eddie Kalasi said, get their feet on the ground after last night's stunning win, which went into the 10th inning and had a little argy-bargy as well. They will be in the field first, and the first man on the mound will be Jeremy Manley. No surprise in that. Paddy Shannon, the catcher, well, he was the one that got hit by Folkard last night that set off the melee, and it certainly changed the nature of the match. Rona, Nukunuku, Batarillo, Byrne, Marquia, Benanoka, and the big hitter Donny Hale, who got intentionally walked last night amongst all the theatre that was Australia versus New Zealand. Good crowd building. As I said to you earlier in the day, this crowd has been building since 8:30 this morning, and the temperatures continue to be very, very warm. The last result was last night for Venezuela, 3-1 against Canada, and this will guarantee Venezuela a medal for the first time in their championship history. So they are going for gold, you might say, in this match. Will it be too much for them? Well, you'll find out. There are some cautions from experts that we've spoken to in the last 24 hours that the Black Sox must get their feet back on the ground and just be wary, because this Venezuelan outfit, particularly their fielding outfit, is a very sharp lineup, and their pitch is not too bad either. And they'll start with the young Ramon Jones tonight. So there is a lot to look forward to with Venezuela versus New Zealand. Being introduced to the crowd, Venezuela. Of course, their flag is flying at half-mast with the passing of their country's leader, Hugo Chavez, some days ago after a 2-year battle with cancer. I spoke to someone about that last night in the Venezuelan camp. It's quite a sensitive issue, so we didn't take it any further, but this is their batting lineup. They'll start off with Iran Paez, then it'll go Acacio, Quirales, Flores, Rafael Flores. Big hit yesterday that got them through against Canada. Zambrano, Jojero, Gonzalez, Chirinos, and Rivero. That is the Venezuelan batting lineup at the top of the first inning. So here we go. If it's half as exciting last night, you won't be able to relax for later on this evening. It's New Zealand, your Black Sox, up against Venezuela. They're being introduced right now. A berth in the grand final is on the line. Let's join Mark Sorensen, Dale Husband, live here on Sky Sport.
Thank you, Stephen. And again, across New Zealand, a warm welcome. This is what all the Kiwis have come out to see. The Black Sox advancing through to the final, that is their wish. But of course, the Venezuelan squad have other intentions. Glorious day for softball here. It's already been wonderful for the 2 games that have preceded this one. One to come still this evening into finals day tomorrow. And Mark Sorensen, the Black Sox, well, we know that they are traditional heavyweights in world softball, and a chance to prove it yet again.
Absolutely. You know, this is we talk about constantly and have talked about over the last couple of days, the big stage and the big players, and this is really what it's all about. You know, you train for 4 years. The guys have been sleeping with a rock under their pillow for the last 4 years after they got beaten in the final. They want to get back to that championship game and go one step further, and this is the next step in that journey. They must overcome a tough Venezuelan side, one side that they don't play that often, not overly familiar with. So it's going to provide some different challenges based on the fact that in terms of intelligence that they've got about the Venezuelan, other than what they've shown this week.
And a changing of the guard, perhaps, in international softball with the exit of both Canada and the USA, the Latino countries still in the frame, Venezuela, and also the winners in the last game, of course. So we wait now for the traditional exchange of gifts. And then the much anticipated haka. Again, the weather absolutely perfect for international softball. The wind has died away. The volunteers have been part of the tournament since day one. They've ensured that the surface is in very good nick. The crowds are there, the flags are out. And we're in for a one humdinger of a game here this afternoon and into the evening. Stephen has mentioned Mitch Zook will be behind the plate today. From Canada, first base, Santoya from Colombia, Middle Lamb from the USA on second. Australia has Red Flash on third base, and Horo from the Czech Republic, Kingo from Japan in right field. Into the huddle as we await the traditional cultural challenge. Raise the hairs on the back of your neck, the cultural component here for the Black Sox. That's taken place in the final, the ISF International Softball Series here at Rosedale Park on Auckland's North Shore. Stare down, standoff. Credit to the Venezuelans who stood their ground and wait for the Black Sox to retire to their dugout. They're fired up, Mark.
Yes, they are. I think they've won the first battle. Looks like even a couple of them have got new haircuts even after last night, Dale.
Fresh to death, as the saying goes. What a day. What a magnificent venue, and what an unbelievably successful tournament it has been. Congratulations to North Harbour Softball. As we look at the batting order that will come out for Venezuela, Paez, Acrisio, and Greles first up into the batter's box. We'll have Jeremy Manley on the mound to start us off. Paddy Shannon, of course, with the catcher's mitt. Last minute instructions from the umpires to the connections of both teams. Wonderful performance in this tournament by Venezuela. And a significant challenge here for both teams to get through to the final and fast track it tomorrow afternoon. Sold out signs already here for the stadium. Some 3,500 people will be here. And once again, as you glimpse the sky, the background of our shots, a cloudless sky above Auckland's North Shore. Chuck Tangaroa looks on. Pitching coach, pitching hero for New Zealand's efforts past. Glad you could join us here on Sky Sport, across the globe, through the internet and cyberspace. The 16 teams that started off in this tournament a week and a half ago, cut down now to 6, with a chance to take the title.
We had 3 or 4 good innings last night from Jeremy in relief against the Australians. He'll want to continue to build on that today. Come out working quick, throwing strikes, staying ahead in the count, and giving his offense a decent platform to launch from.
Well, after last night's amazing game, which went 10 innings, no doubt took a lot out of both teams. Australia responded Plenty of experience here from Nuku Nuku.
That hit something. Maybe it was the catcher's glove and the umpire.
Missed that one, eh? 2 balls. I'm good.
Yeah, there it was, off the catcher's glove onto the umpire's mask.
2-1.
Nuku battling off. I think the key here for the Black Sox is to score as early as possible, first or second innings, consolidate on that, get a couple of runs and control the tempo of the game, take the South Americans out of it. You see there's a rise ball come in, and rise ball's significantly slower than the drop ball. So what we've got Nuku Nuku out on his front foot and only saw a soft tap back to Jones, the pitcher, who retired him across to first base. So, yeah, just a little half swing on the rise ball. So that's the challenge for our hitters, is to adjust to the speed, or the reduction in speed on the rise ball, as opposed to his quicker pitch, which is the drop. Now, possibly at the moment, looking at, there's about 7 to 10 k's an hour difference in speed.
Here's Tyson Byrne, the shortstop, now into the batter's box. Another left-hander here. Freddie Colasi.
Just leave it. Don't worry.
Flores is working the umpire over.
Brad Brunner, Donny Hale on deck for the Black Sox. 1 out. This is Byrne facing Jones. Goes for the bunt. Skies, and is an easy out there for Venezuela in the second base. 2 outs. Bottom of the first.
Don't mess that line up there.
0-0 here in the major semi-final.
A couple of soft outs here in the first innings. Tyson Byrne with the slap, taken comfortably by the shortstop. Chirinos. 2 outs.
A strike. Wide on the plate. In the strike zone, though. One the way of the pitcher.
No, he's coming. Oh. Make sure I call time first, okay? Because if he's in the... Just a minute, I'll give it to you. I got you, Bat. I got you.
Good communication between home plate umpire and the batter. Probably should have asked for time out there.
Three up, 3 down for the Black Sox as well. So bottom of the first innings, no score. Some early game nerves for both teams.
Down to here. Thank you.
Coach is working the umpire, third base coach for Venezuela, talking about the Black Sox and where they're setting up in the box. Fly ball comfortably taken by first base Zambrano. Got a feeling that Canadian umpire, plate umpire Mitch Zook is going to earn his money tonight.
Well, the plate umpire last night certainly did, that's for real. And everything. The game against Australia, he bounced back well today and will feature in our next game here on Sky Sport.
Game just goes into a little bit of a lull at the change of innings. Guys warm up again for the defensive half of the innings.
Yep.
Before the Venezuelans get another shot. Led off by the man who took the catch to end the last innings. Their first baseman, John Zambrano. John being a good Venezuelan name, you would think.
Well, Zambrano is, but I don't know about Johnny.
Top of the second inning for Venezuela.
Top of the second now.
Zambrano.
Black Sox have done their warm-up.
Number 18, Carlos.
Let's see how Zambrano can go as lead-off batter. Another left-hander. Steadies himself now, awaiting the delivery from Manly. This one is not within the strike zone. One for the batter.
3 hits and 18 turns at bat for Zambrano prior to this game. The 182 average.
Swing and a miss too from Zambrano to even up the ledger. 1-1.
Box better, please. I got the picture. No, just, you know. Just trying
Fouled
to be
off.
consistent with the rest of the week, you know. Change it now, so.
Hope you're enjoying the fact that the umpires are mic'd up. You can hear everything that's going on in the diamond.
Ongoing discussion with catcher Patrick Shannon, as all good catchers should be doing, talking to the umpire all the time, just getting an understanding of what rules he's working by today, what his interpretation is.
Some experienced play there from Shannon. Steps wide and calls Manly wide, and of course Zambrano has a go at it. That brings Uyeda into the picture. Uyeda playing right field today. That one's straight and true too. So one in the book there for Manly.
Saw it just on the knee, height of the knees, on the outside part of the plate, and just at the last minute there's a little tail as it breaks off the plate, making it even harder for the hitter to get out and get back to ball.
So the situation in favour of Manly at the moment. Rise ball. Uyeda recognises that it was going up out of the strike zone, leaves it alone. 2-1. Ball, 2 strikes. There's Manly now. Piece of a 2 from Uyeda. Fouls it off into the stands.
Quickly, Dale, run out and get it.
Unhappy with the decision. It stays in the book. 2 outs now for New Zealand.
Called on the inside of the plate. O'Hara not happy about that. And what we've seen is all 5 outs that have happened in the first 1.5 of Venezuela have gone down on strikes at the moment. So 5 strikeouts for Jeremy Manley, a great start to the game.
He has started well, Mark. Throwing powerfully and accurately. Very cool character out there in the middle, Jeremy Manley.
I think he would have wanted another shot after last night. I know he was disappointed about coming out of the game against Australia. Got an opportunity to stake a claim here to show that he's the man. He's going to be the spearhead for the staff. However, he's got a big job ahead of him shutting the Venezuelans down.
Gonzalez with a little frustration there. Not agreeing with the decision. But it remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. was going to be wide, and I think Gonzalez detected that.
Count 2 and 2. 2 outs, number 2 in the box. Second innings,
2 balls and 2 strikes. We will go straight through to the final. Great start here from Jeremy Manley. Exceptional pitching.
Venezuela, New Zealand.
It's the strikeout with the rise ball. He threw it right by Gonzalez. 2 complete innings, 3 strikeouts in each. 6 in total for Jeremy Manley. Black Sox coming up in the bottom of the second.
Score still 0-all. Bottom of the second. Well, they don't enjoy the luxury of the solid support that the Black Caps have. They're a long way from home. Venezuelan team, a small pocket of supporters who have been with them throughout the week. It's been a grand effort by them to get to the stage of the tournament, but they're now vying for a fast-track place into the grand final.
New Zealand in the bottom of the second inning is the right fielder, number 22, Donnie Hale. On deck, the designated player, number 10, Reese Casely. In the hole, the centre fielder, number 89, Beninoka.
Coming into the heart of the order for the Black Sox. Donnie Hale, Reese Casely, Beninoka. Then it goes deeper with Thomas Marquis, Patrick Shannon and Tyrone Bartarello. Hale's hitting 250, 5 hits from 20 at-bats.
And drop ball, quarter strike on the outside on Donnie Hale.
1 home run and 5 RBIs. The big home run late in the game against Canada on Monday night to send it into extra innings.
Gets a piece of it too, and he'll be on bag as leadoff batter in the innings. Just the ticket. Coach Galassi will be pleased with his work.
Up the plate comes the designated player, number 10, Reese Casely. On deck, the centre fielder, number 89.
Drive on the right.
Beninoka.
The rise ball through the zone. Past the diving glove of shortstop Riviero.
Hey, batter in the box. I got you. All right. I got you.
So now the number 10, Reese Casely in the box. Left-hander, captain, the Hutt Valley Dodgers.
Quarter strike on the outside corner.
Okay, so the Venezuelans are basically leaving the third base to cover the bunt on everything here. First base stayed back there. Shortstop's cut into second. So there is still a hole between shortstop and third base. With the third base charging hard, just need to get it to his left.
He's battled back from surgery on that injury he sustained in last year's International Softball Congress Finals. And so he's been restricted in his preparations for this tournament. Very much part of the team, an integral part of the squad. The wonderful skipper took over from Jared Martin.
Swing and miss on the kick to bunt from Casely. Count goes to 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Okay, worst case minimum standard here is that Donnie's got to be at second at the end of the set back. Missed the opportunity to sacrifice him across with a bunt. Reese now needs to try and pull the ball over to the right side of the infield, hit behind Donnie to get him over to second.
2-2 now on Casely.
Jones really wanted that one.
Flores and Jones working tight. Donnie Hale on first base. Casely, an important pitch here. We get a look at Jones in preparation.
Just a bit early. I got you. Play!
base running there from Donnie Hale. Just watching the reaction of catcher Flores. He bailed with the big unit coming down third baseline.
Yeah, right down the pipe. Oh yeah, called strike, yeah.
Called strike, steal to second. He was there safely, regardless of the bad throw. He's looking, probably should have run, got in the way of third base. Did a good job of getting between the third base. Oh, there's Flores. Yep. Going, ole. You can go through, big fella. I'm not getting any way. Well done, Donnie Hale. Great running. Basically generated and manufactured that run himself.
I don't know if it's really going all day there, Mark, but I did get your point. Benny Anuka is into the frame. One out and one home. Good start for the Black Sox. Here in the top of the second. Two balls from Jones, a little bit rattled. Inoka plays his softball here in Auckland for the United Club.
Time, go. Come on. Be balls all the time.
International
Down there, they're going to be
experience
balls.
in Ontario with the Jarvis Travellers.
Two balls, yeah. Two balls. One ball.
Well, Noka saw it early.
Noka showing good patience at the plate. Not tempted with that drop ball that goes down low. 3-1, someone of Inoka's pace should be looking for this pitch right here. Looking to drive it in the gap.
One strike, 3 balls. It's a piece for him. Fault at second. Round he goes to second. Great work from Ben Inoka. The Napoli centre field does very well to get around. And the Black Sox, the commanding position here in the top of the second. Run in. Inoka sees the mistake.
Really nice job of hitting. Outside drop ball. Took it the other way. Second baseman Chirineris could not get a glove to it. Or came off his glove, would not able to glove it. And then the right fielder booted it, which is different to what we were seeing last night with the Venezuelan defense. They were rock solid, and it was certainly a strength of their side.
Well, we were talking about the soft hands at second base last night too, waiting for the half volley. Mistake-free softball. But at the moment, just a little bit rattled here. It's the one out still, runner on second.
Seen a lot of emotion from the Venezuelans. This is how they get themselves into the game.
One conference.
Played umpire told the coach that's one conference. The rules are if you come out a second time, you must remove the pitcher from the game. So you've got to make sure the first time you come out, it's a valuable, value-added conference. Because the next time you're out, you've got to take him out.
So Thomas Mark here. First one, it's good. From the Venezuelan point of view.
In the box, batter, please.
Good start.
I'll hold the pitcher up. 1 foot in, 1 foot in. I'll hold him. I got him. All right.
Well, wanting the batsman to stay in the box. Mark here.
Ball!
Leaves that one alone. Ball inside.
Yeah, just
You
inside.
get the ticks of frustration here with Jones at the moment. Just hasn't quite got into his groove. Jerome Hanatuku there in the dugout. Young player who was named in the original 17. But then, sadly for him, was asked to step aside to allow Nuku to come in to cover for Reese Casley's shoulder injury, should that be needed. And that one was low, and that allows the run to third base easily for Inoka.
Jones just losing a little bit of poise here. The drop ball, which was his strength last night, a little bit lower. Threw the ball in the dirt. Allowed Ben Inoka to advance to third base. So runner on third, 1 out. Minimum standard here for Thomas Marquez is a fly ball. Sacrifice himself to get him in. It's a bonus if we can get a hit.
Venezuela trying to pick off Inuka on third, but he's safe. Markia looks.
So the attempted squeeze, Inoka gets a bit of a jump, but Catcher Flores, he's got to throw that straight away. He started running down the line. If he comes up and throws it, they've got Inoka out at third. Those steps buy time. As a catcher, he's just got to come up firing, throw it down there and pick the guy off. He wasn't far enough down to get him caught in the rundown.
Shannon and Bartarillo on deck for the Black Sox. Outside and high. We've got a full house here now on Thomas Markia. Big chance for the Black Sox to bring another home. It's Jones got.
In the box batter, please. I'll hold him. I'll hold him. Thank you. 1 foot in at least.
Ramon Jones on the mound. Umanea started them off last night.
Pitcher hiding the grip behind his back.
Take her easy. Take her easy. You're all right. You're all right. Little boy, shake it.
Little all over the place at the moment, Jones.
Attaboy, you good? Attaboy. All right, attaboy. Good job, good job.
There you go.
All right, gents.
Umpire Mitch Zook jumped in, the ball down in the dirt, hit Thomas in the leg, went up, hit him in the head, and you see there right away, Umpire Zook round in between the hitter and the pitcher, talking to him constantly, making sure, diffusing the situation. I don't think there was anything malicious in that.
All right.
If you're going to hit someone, you don't throw it in the ground before it hits them.
There's this unusual stance from Patrick Shannon. He's batted his own.
No pitch.
There's our Colombian friend at first base getting himself into the ball game.
No pitch.
Miguel Santoya.
No pitch. No pitch.
So that becomes a dead ball. Mr. Santoya believed at first was that Thomas Markia left before pitcher Jones let the ball go. So trying to steal second.
That one certainly squeezed Patrick Shannon up. That's a fundamental error. There might be some who will question the decision.
Don't worry. Thank you.
But, a significant lost opportunity for the Black Sox. Two outs, big swing there from Shannon. We've got a runner on third base. The Black Sox will be wanting to get home. It's up to Shannon to do that, or at least get himself on bag and bring in Bartarillo to do the same. 1-1. Jones. This time, low and inside.
Shannon with the arm guard on, padded up, looking like Iron Man.
Wonderful servants to New Zealand softball. Patrick and his twin brother Heine.
With his unique open stance.
Pass ball at home base. Walker doesn't take advantage of that opportunity, hoping that the number one will be able to get him home. Glad you could join us here. A reminder, the winner here through to tomorrow's final. The piece of it, 2/3, easy out at first. That retires the Black Sox. But a good innings for them.
Scoring 1 run on 2 hits. 1 run left on base. And then the top of the 3rd inning.
New Zealand 1-0
1 run to nil.
over Venezuela.
The last out of the inning, Patrick Shannon with a hard hit ball to third base. With Paez picks it up. Comfortable throw across to first base. Nice soft hands. Retiring the Black Sox in the bottom half of the second innings.
Well, one of the men who's been keeping us up to date with a whole lot of interesting personalities out of the softball world, Dennis Katsanos, and he's got another for us this afternoon.
I do indeed. It might be one Mr. Mark Sorensen recognises. It is the great Dave Sorensen. Dave, look, you were saying you're very, very impressed with the facilities here.
It's really great to see the job they've done here. They've lifted it up and it's a nice ballpark now. I think everybody loves it, and you get a good view here, apart from parts of the seating. But we won't criticise that because, as I said before, it's really great.
Now, you must be happy with the start from the Black Sox, 1-up.
Oh, that's what you got to do in this game. Put the pressure on these Latin American countries because they could explode, and the more pressure the Black Sox can put on them, the better it will be.
And you were saying you were critiquing a little bit of Mark's commentary earlier on. Any tips for your son?
He can use it with all the tips that he gets because I taught him all he knows is commentary with Saturn TV.
Well, fair enough. I'm sure you did. All right, thanks very much, Dave.
Cheers, Dennis.
Well, isn't that a nice touch? Your dear old dad there, Mark.
Sit him down.
Taught him all that he knows.
That's enough.
Okay. Great stuff. Top of the third, 1-0, Black Sox with the 1 run in, bottom of the second. Yeda, Chirinos.
Chirinos, very deliberate with his no. Standing back, waiting for that. Taking that pitch from Manly. 3 balls, no strikes. Couple of Venezuelan fans there.
Wait for me, Jerry. Come on, you.
Nice little piece out to right field as well. Good effort there by Chirinos. He gets himself onto base. Great chance here for Venezuela.
Number 6. On deck. Third base.
Nice job of hitting there from Chirinos. Drop ball outside, drove it out to right field. Perfect hitting, great lead-off for the Venezuelans. Lead-off hitter on base. A shortstop, Rivero, coming up.
Rivero shakes the bat.
Start, swing!
Manly asked that be checked on, and it was.
Third base umpire Scott Rindfleece from Australia said yes. Rivero disagrees.
Here's the out. I'll probably pick up 2.
That's a good job. Good softball by Venezuela. Advancing their lead runner across, great bunt. The only play for Bardarello, you can see him have a quick look at second, no chance. Down to Nuku for the first out.
The textbook softball there. Run up, put through the second. Back to Paez. Third base, into the box. Comes Manly, showing great composure so far. There's a half hop there. They'll take the out on first through Roma. But again, the runner is advanced to third. 2 outs. Venezuela doing what is being asked of them. Let's have another look here.
High hopper to Nuku. You see, that was the play last night against Australia, so I was glad to see him throw it over to first. Last night he went to third. High-risk play, we never got the out. Put the pitcher's in a bit of a jam. 2 outs, you back your pitcher with 2 outs. Take that second out when it's on offer.
And Ocasio gets hit by Jeremy Manley.
Oh,
Dead ball. Right. We'll wait till you become an umpire.
Brad Rona, I think, asked if it was that a foul ball.
Just one, coach. Just
And
one,
I think you heard the response from home plate umpire Mitch Zook.
Take care of him there, eh?
He's got a guard on. Maybe he was on his back arm.
They certainly reeled back, didn't they?
22, 20. Coach, you're in the dugout, please. You're not on deck batter,
The
right?
magic spray might just help the situation here.
In the dugout. Yes, sir. Yeah, he's okay.
Nothing malicious
He's okay.
in that.
Yes, he's okay. Yeah, he cares, I know.
The magic spray.
Yes, sir. He was swing. No, not at all. Not at all. Anything. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I'll go down and check. Okay? I'll go down and check. Miguel! Miguel! Randy! Miguel!
Maybe they're just going to check.
Oh, yeah. Miguel!
Look,
Guys, I'm just doing
Miguel
this
from
as,
Colombia enjoying the sun down there. Not quite hearing the call.
Yeah. Okay, so
Just
you
listen
got
in.
a check swing on that at anywhere?
I got to check no swing.
No swing, Randy?
No swing, no swing.
Okay, yeah, okay. Thanks.
Well handled. I think the right result there.
Yes, sir.
Dile que yo soy el manager, ¿ok? Y a mí me parece que él tiene que dejar que los atletas jueguen y ve que cuando va a hacer una observación un atleta cuál es, porque el jugador que está ahí es el que está prevenido.
Come on over here. Come on over here. Come on over here. Walk over here. Yeah, we walk over here. Walk over here. Come on over here. We walk over here.
Ok,
To
ya
the
va,
bench.
ya va, ok. Dile que
Tell me.
lesionaron un pelotero y ellos salen a ver qué pasó. No hay ninguna agresión ni nada, sino que ellos salen a ver qué le pasó al pelotero. Nosotros no estamos
Have you got that
haciendo
down?
nada.
No, never approached
I'm intrigued.
He said, "Dude, you can't have it like a play. I don't
estamos
watch a
protestando
bounce. I
nada.
don't watch a nada. Okay,
Oh, it's a bad pitch inside, that's all.
Okay.
So.
that's right.
Okay, yeah. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Well, you know, hats off to the umpiring crew because they have all of those issues as well to contend with. You've got a multinational representation from umpires. The language difficulty is quite obvious there in need of translation, but, well, hard to translate. Batter gets hit by a very fast softball, and it hurts. Let's get back into the action now. 2 outs.
Still a tight situation here. We've got Corrales, the hitter. Last time up to bat, he got a base hit to centre field.
So,
Manley just needs to concentrate on the job at hand, work on the hitter.
Black Sox just want the easy out. Goes on his fingers and gets himself ready, goes through his routine and set up. Shannon steps wide, asks Manley to follow. He does. 1-1. Corrales with runners on first and third. No chance to level up the scoreboard and perhaps even do better here for Venezuela.
Nice ball up and in on his hands, which was fouled back by Corrales.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Manley reaches into the pocket, adjusts the cap. Whips it through. Corrales has a go at it. That's the 3 outs. We go to the bottom of the third. It's still a 1-0 lead for the Black Sox.
Here we go, the strikeout pitch again, the rise ball up in his eyes. Certainly the great pitch to come back to win 2 strikes. Corrales never going to catch up to that up that high. The ball gets quicker as it goes higher.
Ramon Jones making his way, the fighting Kiwi. The Black Sox, we spoke about the experience contained within their ranks. Many of them in their mid-30s, some even in their late 30s. But we see that in international softball, it's a sport that you can play on longer perhaps than most. Still be very, very effective.
Leading off for New Zealand. Bottom of the third inning.
The important thing to remember there, Dale, is that you can't substitute experience, you know, and as long as you've got a mix of, you know, the classical youth and experience that provides the balance, the new ideas, the fresh ideas, the young talent, the excitable new players coming in, and it drives the older guys on to raise the standards that they've set in the past. It's all about evolving.
The Tyrone Bartorillo.
I just want to throw it out there. I think if we see another player hit by a pitch, there might be an official warning. I know that none of them have been... oh, that went over his head right there. Maybe I'm quite perceptive with that. Yeah, I think you might get the umpires jump in, right? Because that missed by quite a lot. He hasn't thrown anything anywhere near anyone's head prior to this. I'm not saying he did there.
Hit from Bartorillo. The elbow first, the swing to Zabrano, no mistake. Work from Rivero as well. One up, one down. And brings to the plate. Nathan Nuku, lead-off batter.
Brings the plate. Second base. Nathan Nuku, right there.
Two real talents at the top and bottom of the order. Bartorillo and Nuku powerfully hit into the stands down the first base line. Crowd enjoying the action very much here this afternoon. One foul ball now. Nuku. Been in the box plenty of times. He was the kid in the team for a long time, though, wasn't he, Mark?
He was indeed.
The swing and a miss, 2 strikes, 1 ball. Came in as a 16 or 17-year-old into the national squad, did he not? Pretty young when he
certainly
first made his name.
On the south side of 20. Might have been 18. Played for a long time, very successful, key part of the development and growth of the Black Sox through the mid-late 90s and early into the 2000s.
So 3 nippy left-handers in a row. This time it's Tyson Byrne. What can he do? Jones.
Who's got first? Beat him.
And he beat him to first and then called out. We'll get another look at it. Feel the crowd. Not quite sure that was the right call, but that it will stay.
The high hopper creates a little bit of confusion. First base across to the pitch, it becomes a foot race. Does the tie go to the base runner or the fielder? That was pretty close. We probably weren't going to get that call from the Colombian umpire.
Only inches in it. Still just the 1 run in it. 1-0. New Zealand lead Venezuela.
Great wishes up to the man above for some wonderful weather. Mate long easily.
Well, as the Black Sox get back out onto the diamond to warm themselves up, it's still tightly locked in. Both teams have had chances. Only the Black Sox have been able to convert at this stage. Manly doing a good job on the mound so far.
You're doing a nice job. thrown 3 innings, only given up, he's given up 2 hits, whilst taking 7 strikeouts. So I think from the start controlled mostly for the Venezuelan hitters. However, back to the heart of their order with Rafael Flores.
Flores gets a nice piece to start off to right field as well. He is on back. He turns to his dugout. He's, come on, boys. This is what counts. Zambrano into the batter's box. Great start there by Flores. Got onto the first pitch.
Pitch on the outside part of the plate. Drove it well, even with Brad Rona off the line. Couldn't get it. Probably not a base stealing threat. However, need to be careful with Zambrano.
The big hitting Zambrano. A lot of acknowledgement from Zambrano. 1 ball, top of the 4th. Runner on. Call the strike, 1-1.
Manly blowing his hand, blowing his fingers. Bit of moisture, sweat, perspiration, making sure it's dry. Got to get a good grip on the ball.
Patrick Shannon calling him wide. Manly Jolly delivers. Looking for the pick off on second. But Flores not attempting for the steal that time around. He may on the next. Let's have a look how he goes this time. Still again wide.
It's a great location for that drop ball. Starting at the bottom of the zone, right on the knees, dropping down. Catcher Shannon catching it right on the ground. Challenging Zambrano to chase the ball out of the zone.
There's a piece to right field, everyone calling. Brad Rona gets hold of the ball. Flores held up on first.
Rise ball that he swats at. Shannon, Rona doing a great job running down as the hat comes off. Retires first baseman Zambrano. 1 out.
Carlos Ojeda, right-handed batsman, still the runner on first. Steadies himself, the first delivery. And it is like a bullet out of a gun. Strike 1. On deck, Gonzalez. 1 strike on Ojeda. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Every pitch has a purpose. Really important that Jeremy and Paddy work pitch by pitch. Setting up the Venezuelan hitters. The role of the catcher is to think 1 or 2 pitches ahead. When I throw this, what am I going to throw next? Always having a plan. Tailoring it around the strength of what the pitcher has on any given day.
And of course, they get the best view of the batter, don't they?
Indeed.
So close they could smell them.
Yeah, that's one way of looking at it. Smell the fear, maybe.
At times, where they're awkward. This one's high. Fairly straightforward. Third base takes it. Two outs. There's still Flores stranded on first base. Needs some support here from his Venezuelan teammates.
Now this swing is a great swing here from Ojeda. Look at the look on his face. He didn't miss that pitch by much. As you see, Bardarillo there had to wait an age for the ball to come down. He hit that thing hard, but it would have been a home run in a round ballpark.
So Gonzalez was in the box. Well, Flores got a right to be a little disappointed. His teammates haven't been able to do it a little more for him. His leadoff batter found himself on first base, but hasn't been able to advance. Another sort of stab at the ball. Ends up in the stands. Shadows start to develop here to the setting sun. Still to come, Australia v Argentina. The penultimate day of this tournament. Red Sox fans were hoping to see them straight through to the final. That's still very much a chance. It's a bit of work to do before then. 2 strikes and 1 ball on Franklin Gonzalez. The Aussie Steelers looking on, supporters.
Rodic, Marinelga. 2 of the Australian assistants watching the happenings of the game here.
Great pitching from Jeremy Manley, keeping Flores stranded like a shag on a rock on first base. Still 1-0.
It's time for Paddy Shannon and Jeremy Manley just to take stock of where they're going, how they're doing, how they're progressing through the game. Lots of strikeouts, but really important here that they don't make a mistake, because these guys, if any, are very capable of putting the ball over the fence. So, you know, we saw a couple of guys get some good swings in that inning. Need to go back to what worked for them in the first couple of innings, work in the corners, dropping the ball out of the zone, just not getting too casual with that rise ball. Rise ball's dropped down a little bit into the zone, a little bit more into the zone than what we need. As we saw before, it worked really effectively when we were getting it up high in the zone around guys, around their chin, their head height, because these Venezuelans will keep chasing. If we leave it around sort of waist and chest height, there's a risk that they could damage us.
There he is, big bad Brad. Everyone's having a whale of a time here. The Venezuelans would enjoy it a little more if they're able to keep the Black Sox at bay and get that run back. Ronda has different ideas. Number 15, a ton of experience, as we well know, and a very popular figure here in New Zealand softball. From this side of town, from Northcote, he's the first. Debuted in the 2000 World Champs, so it's his 4th appearance at the tournament. His son Peter recently signed a Major League Baseball contract with the Baltimore Orioles. 1-1 on Roma.
Great talented young ball player he is too. Peter.
Reaching for that one though, Brad.
Okay, easy, big guy, easy. Thank you, sir. Shaking her off, you all right? Okay, good.
Okay. Here's a test. I think we've now seen 4 guys hit by the pitch. However, again, to balance the ledger, you don't normally hit a guy, if you want to hit him on purpose, which doesn't always happen, sometimes it does, you don't normally hit a guy with no outs, so you're putting the lead-off runner on base.
He's getting a little bit loose though, Jones. Might cause the Venezuelan connections to have a little look at him. Of course, in reserve, they've got Veneo, who did a pretty good job last night. Ramon Jones. Runner on first. No outs.
Check.
One ball, one strike.
That's close. 1-1.
1-1 called here on Donnie Hale.
Checked at first base, said no, he didn't attempt the bunt.
One ball, two strikes.
I don't think there'll be an argument to that strike call.
Big guy practicing again. 2 strikes now, Donnie. We just want you to drive it.
All hail Donnie. Not this time. Jones wins the psychological battle. Runner on first base. Here comes Ben and Noka. The centre fielder steps into the frame after Reese Casley.
Stay in better, please. I will hold him up.
First pitch.
Yeah,
The
take
skipper
one
leaves
from
it
the
alone.
box, that's all. I got it. Thank you.
And the gamesmanship here as well. The second from Jones. It's it up.
See Casley work his way into the lineup after starting the week with, you know, and not being 100%, having a shoulder injury. Was on pinch hitting duties, part-time platooning. Such has been his form at the plate. He showed a really great at-bat last night against Australia. When Adam Folkard was in a zone of dominating, the New Zealand hitters came in and got a base hit to right field, worked the count really well. Rightfully forced his way back into the lineup.
Good batting from Casley. Pressure on Ramon Jones at the moment. The Black Sox in a pretty good position here with runners on first and second.
Drop ball down in the dirt, down low. Venezuelan coach comes out again. Have a little bit of a powwow. In the middle of the diamond.
That's understandable. He's just getting a little loose at the moment, Jones. They will persevere with him.
Thank you, sir. That's number 2. Number 2. Okay.
This is second confidence in the game so far.
Gets a nice hit to right field. Around comes Runner. Runner for home. He'll get taken out at home.
Easy. Balls in play. Balls. Time. Okay, nice play. Good play. Here we go. We're good, coach. He stopped. He could have rolled him over. He could have rolled him over. He stopped. That was good. Come on, coach. We're good. Back you go. We're good. He could have rolled him over. He didn't.
Great job of hitting Ben and Oka again, finding the groove. Throw to the plate from the right fielder. Ojeda just has Rona dead in his tracks. Nowhere to go. Look at the look and floor of his eye. He wanted him to slide. Runner's got to be going down there as a catcher. You don't like seeing guys come into the plate standing up. responsibility of the runner there is to slide. However, he did concede that he was out. But what a throw from the right fielder, Ojeda.
Brilliant. Well, he looks like a pretty tough ball player, doesn't he, for all this? Ronda's got the same sort of look.
Yeah.
Bit of respect for each other, I suspect.
That might have been an interesting collision.
Surely. Really good outtake. Brilliant throw from right field. 2 outs. Black Sox with a chance here, still with runners on first and third, and Nooka showing his class too. With a late swing to drive it into the right field. But a brilliant throw.
I'm not sure Nooka ran hard enough down the first baseline there. He should be a second now with that throw to the plate. Your role as a hitter is once you're running to first, if that throw goes all the way through to home, you should be scooting on through to second, especially with KZ at third. They're not going to chase you down. Possibly a little bit casual with his base running there.
There's Mark here. Leaves that.
3 balls, 1 strike.
3 balls.
Pat Shannon is next in. What can Mark do here? There's a biggie. High. And taken again by Ojeda. So they have their chances there in the bottom of the 4th, New Zealand, but the scoreline remains 1-0 in their favour.
1 hit, 1 hit pitch, 1 walk, 2
Top of the 5th, New Zealand still leading Venezuela by 1-0. Both these teams guaranteed of a medal, guaranteed of at least one of these trophies. With me, Chair of the organising committee, Faye Freeman. Faye, look, fantastic job on the trophies. Could you please tell me a little bit about them?
We wanted to choose something that was uniquely New Zealand. What we've got for second and third is some Totara trophies, and for first is the Kauri, which is the king of the forest, which we thought was appropriate. On each of the trophies is 16 korus representing the 16 countries that are participating at these championships. And just to mention that we have the Kevin Herlihy Memorial Trophy, which is for the most valuable pitcher. So it's very appropriate koru as well.
It's very, very beautiful. And the thing about these trophies is they're so distinctive that whichever team wins them, and hopefully New Zealand does get the king of the forest, the Kauri there, whichever team wins them, you get a distinctive piece of New Zealand to take home with you. I think that's just magic.
Yeah, I think this is uniquely New Zealand. I think will be a lifelong memorial of this event, so that's what we're hoping for.
All right, well, thank you very much, Faye.
Thank you.
There's no doubt you'd know where they came from. Who'll hold them aloft tomorrow? That's the question that still is yet to be answered.
This complex is named after Faye's late husband, Don. Freeman Field. Fantastic stalwart for North Harbour softball and New Zealand softball. Manager of the '96 World Champion team.
Thank you, Mark. Lovely touch there, Dennis, and talking with those behind the scenes here at the tournament. The logistics of running this event must have been huge, and dedicated people along with literally hundreds of volunteers who ensured the smooth running of the tournament over the past week and a half. Chininos goes out swinging. Ball green, Rivero. Shortstop into the batter's box. The Black Sox and their supporters will be slightly disappointed. They could have made more of the last innings, Mark.
Yeah, well, It's not often you get opportunities like that, and it's really important that you capitalise. You know, you get runs around to third. Okay, we had Brad tagged out at home. Which one? But you want to take your chances, and you know, we've got a run in the second innings. The game's kind of meandered along a little bit, and all of a sudden we're in the the top of the fifth innings.
Number 12 here?
Further it goes, and the closer the Venezuelans are, the more they think they can play with you. The quicker you can put them away, they'll lose confidence, they'll drop their head, their mood will change, and then you can control the game more. Still very much contestable.
Rivero is to be replaced by the number 12. That is Francis Rojas. Just the one run in this. Scored at the bottom of the second by New Zealand.
There's a ball in play down the right field line, right field foul line. Donny Howe, Swinton picked it up.
One out.
Threw it back in the crowd.
No strikes. Two balls and one strike here. Rojas, left-hander in the box. Nicolasi's be pleased with the work here from Manley. It's up 2-2 on the number 12. Two balls and two strikes. Payers in next. Swing and a miss. So the second out. Brings Iran Payers to the batter's box.
Number 16, Iran Payers. On deck, designated player number 13, Arturo Acasio.
Well, Venezuela, now that they've really got to up the ante here, who's going to take control? As we've seen in each of the games that we've broadcast, Mark, somebody just needs to really lift themselves, say, follow me, get aggressive. Things can change in one hit, as we've seen.
Absolutely. Game ebbs and flows, and momentum switches and changes from one team to another. That's why you never can afford to sit back and sit on one run. Manly doing a great job of keeping us in the game.
One ball, one strike on Payers. Shortstop. Two outs. Top of the fifth. This is into the dugout. Venezuela, popular team here at the tournament. So, one ball and two strikes.
One ball, two strikes. Nice start now. Nice start, Cherry. Come on, Cherry.
Manly looking to finish off the job.
Good place for the 1-2 rise ball. I like that up there. Challenging the hitter. Paez showing it up in his eyes, changing the plane that his vision is looking at. He's not just looking around the knees, the thighs, the waist. He's straightening him up with that pitch. Now he can come back with a drop ball outside on the outside corner and get him out. Nearly.
That's 3 balls and 2 strikes, a full house, 2 outs. Black Sox looking to shut down the innings here. This is the top of the 5th. And a 1-0 scoreline in favour of the Black Sox. And that's the first walk we've seen some time, and runner on first base in Paez. That brings to the batter's box Acacio. Unless there is some change, and you see the umpire meeting as we have another look.
Yeah, rise ball just a bit too high with 3-2. That's ball 4. That's Manly's first walk of the ball game.
Yes, okay, yep.
Let's hear from the umpire. There are some changes afoot.
Okay, we have for Venezuela, 13 is out and 14 is in.
14 is Luis Pinto. He'll step up to the batter's box to replace Acacio. Pinto now. Hoping to get the job done.
Good lead-off strike after the walk. Got to trust his defense, keep hitting the corners. Look to get Pinto out in front, hit a ground ball, take this third out in the 5th innings.
Two strikes on Pinto.
Perfect location, drop ball at the bottom of the zone. You're not going to get hurt down there.
Shadows starting to deepen now. Lights are already on. Three good strikes from Manly. That retires the Venezuelans as they go to the bottom of the 5th. New Zealand still enjoying a 1-0 lead here in the major semi-final. Winner through to tomorrow's grand final, scheduled for a 1 o'clock start.
Great comeback from Manly there. The strikeout
yes,
to retire
okay.
the pinch hitter.
Okay.
Drop ball down the bottom of the zone again, worked nicely. When pitches like that, you've thrown them by him. Unless you see a hitter make an adjustment, go back and throw it again. You don't have to make a change. That's great work with Manly and Shannon.
6 is re-entering, 12 is out.
Even though the Black Sox have led from the 2nd innings, it's no time to be complacent, as we know just how dangerous the Venezuelans are. We've got 2 more turns at bat as the crowd starts a Venezuelan wave. We're close to, Mark.
We are. Encouraging his charges. Get those bats fired up, especially after last night. Runs that were manufactured. Get them back happening again.
Well, he works smile till the job is done.
Okay, batter. Covering the hands, warming up the hands. Here comes. Catcher number 1, Paddy Shannon.
And Paddy Shannon.
Number 46, Byron Barcarello. And swinging a foul back from Shannon. Right one.
1 strike here for Ramon Jones on Patrick Shannon.
One thing for sure, Shannon's never going to get cheated on a swing.
He throws himself into it, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes you think he'd have to dig out of a hole that he winds himself into. 1-1 on Shannon.
Defensively for Venezuela, the shortstop.
Shannon gets a piece to left field. That's a great start for the Black Sox here in the bottom of the 5th.
Again, the leadoff hitter getting on. Great start. Shannon, a good bad ball hitter. Drop ball down in the dirt. drives it between third and short. There we see that ball down low. He hits everything out of the zone. I know that when we were a few years ago, we used to challenge it, just try and throw it about belt high, because he's got to swing for low, he's got to swing for high, but he didn't have a practice swing for down the middle. As you see the drop ball down below his knees, great start for the Black Sox.
No outs. Barbarella a chance to push Pat Shannon around. It's outside and he leaves it alone, so 1 ball. Looking down at his coach Colassi for instructions. Better effort from Jones. 1-1.
Third baseman Tyron Barbarella.
Looking for that bunt. The accompanying run to first that you might have expected from Barbarella, sort of chopped down on it for a bunt. 1 ball and 2 strikes on him. A piece of that. And it looks like Flores is being hit in the knee or worse.
I think if we think back to last night, Dale, where Flores got a foul ball on a different piece of safety equipment. There you see, right on the knee. Bang, on the right knee. Even though you've got the padding there, the force still goes through.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Like a smiling Mr. T. It's great to have him here in New Zealand. Flores, colourful sort of a character. And he goes this time as well. So the first out here, bottom of 5. 1 out. That brings Nuku Nuku into the box.
Really got to capitalise here. Lead-off hitter. Again, big gap at shortstop.
1-0, New Zealand lead in a tight and tense battle for a spot in the final, the fast track to that final.
We see the shortstop Rivero cheating well across towards second base. Wants to make sure that he doesn't get beaten over there. Nathan's got to drive the ball through that gap.
1 ball and 1 strike on Nuku Nuku. 1 out, 1-0 in favour of the Black Sox. Bottom of 5. Shannon still on first. A hit to right field would cause problems for the right outfielder. The sun's setting in the west. So if Nuku Nuku could steer one through there, sure it'll win favour with that man, Eddie Colhassi.
Absolutely, both the first base and runner on first base, Pat Shannon, got their hands up to block the sun.
Nuku Nuku goes, according to the plate umpire, Mitch Zook. So this is the second out here at the bottom of the 5th.
Nuku Nuku not happy. Pitch come through. I'm not sure whether he called it a strike or whether he said he went, but ultimately it's still 3 strikes. Second out of the inning.
18 is Tyson Byrne. Shortstop. A real talent. Has he got what it takes? Got a runner on first. As they go at it. Flores doesn't know where the ball is, and an easy passageway through to second.
Time. It hit me.
A little confusion. The Venezuelans are asking whether it's a foul ball. They thought because it came forward and went out towards the pitcher. when Byrne swung, he'd actually foul tipped it. Not the case. Off the catcher's pad.
1 ball and 1 strike. 2 outs. Runner on 2. Here's Jones on the wind-up. Jones puts one through straight back to Jones. And an easy out on first. That's it for the bottom of the 5th. And it is the Black Sox who lead in this major semi-final 1-0 over Venezuela. Well, while there's been some great play on the diamond, it's not all about the on-field action. In the stands, some wonderful supporters of this great game of softball.
Yeah, Wayne Small, definitely one of the supporters, and also the team manager for the Black Sox between 06 and 09. And I know, Wayne, 09 didn't quite go the way the boys wanted. So how much of a motivator would that be for this tournament in 2013?
Oh, Dennis, that's a huge motivator. You know, we always have a battle with our friends across the ditch, and they were lucky enough to take it off us in 09. So, you know, it's a huge motivator of these boys, and there's a lot of members in this team that were there in 09. So they, you know, they'll use that. That'll step them up, and you know, we're in a good position at the moment. We've just got to keep that rolling through to tomorrow, get into the final tomorrow and do the job there. But yeah, massive motivator, and these boys, they'll remember that back then in 09, and they'll use that to their advantage, definitely.
Something really interesting you said to me in the break was about the Black Sox family. Would you mind elaborating a little bit on that?
Yeah, it's a real tight unit, you know. You become a Black Sox member, and even as a manager, you know, I come along here and you're always welcome. And you know, we've got a grandstand and outfield that is just set up there for the Black Sox families members. You know, it's awesome, and you always feel welcome, and it's a great thing to be in. And I think that's a good thing for the Black Sox, and it puts them in a good space mentally. That's awesome, real good.
Thanks very much, Wayne, and congratulations on beating the Australian Defence Force too.
Yeah, no worries. We had a 10-2 win over there. It was awesome. Great day.
Thanks, mate.
Cheers, Dennis. Cheers, mate.
The top of the 6th, and a good lead-off effort too.
And Kabir is going to take a beautiful run in front. Catching everyone by surprise. So concluding in the ball game.
Good start there.
On first base, so no out to Mr. Craig, the catcher. Number 22, Rafael Fiores.
It's what the doctor ordered.
Great bunt to lead the innings off for the Venezuelan. Caught third baseman Tyron Bardarello too deep. Not quite onto the fact that possibly he was going to drop that bunt. We're going to squeeze those guys, not give them those opportunities.
Just the ticket here for Venezuela. Runner on first. This is Rafael Flores. Does the haka as he swings.
He certainly put a little bit extra into that, and he got a pitch he could hit too. He knows it. Right there. It's similar to the pitch he hit out last night against the Canadians. Got to be very careful with these guys. Runner on first, trust your defense, try and get a ground ball that guys can turn a double play with. Then maybe in the last innings we can use that momentum.
Well, that's 2 strikes now on Flores. Jeremy Manley on the mound in the box seat here. A 1-0 lead. This is the top of the 6th. And looking for the K. Inside and low. Squeezes Flores up. With a wry smile.
He's a bit of a character, isn't he, Flores?
All teams need colourful characters. 2 strikes, 1 ball. No out.
Yeah. Okay, better. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Play ball.
2 strikes and 1 ball on Flores. No outs. Looking to clip that with a good ball outside of the plate. Venezuela well poised here if they can take advantage. And a big swing and a miss. He's dark on himself. Flores, the catcher for Venezuela. 1 out.
Good comeback. Rise ball on the outer half of the plate. Good pace on it. Threw it by him, and you see the disappointment from Flores. He knows he had an opportunity.
21 for 12.
Missed the pitch earlier in the at-bat. Possibly should have done something better with it. 1 out. Zambrano, the first base, coming up.
Still just the 1 run in this major semi-final. That was scored in the 2nd innings by the Black Sox.
12.
Since then, been able to just maintain that lead, but they haven't added to it, although they've had chances.
Yep.
There is 1 out here in the top of the 6th. There's Venezuela's turn to bat.
21 is going in.
Coming into the box is John
Let me
Zambrano.
confirm that, because he's... Coach,
21 coming in, Edwin Linares.
check that
There's
again.
a change.
Who do you have, 12? You got 21.
Linares replacing Zambrano.
Linares.
Beautiful.
We're 17.
Linguistically
Okay. We're 17.
a challenge,
21 for 17.
but it's great, isn't it? Great for softball, great for New Zealand sport. It's been a wonderful tournament.
Okay, so it's
Will be made even more
17 is
wonderful.
out,
Let's have a listen.
21 is in. Yep.
17 out, 21 in. 21 being Linares. A lot of pressure on him too.
I understand those guys. Here we go.
So 1 out as he steps into the batter's box.
So we got 1 out. Run on first base.
Runner on first.
He's run on in the hole. The pitch hitter. Good run.
And Quadras is on first base. Can the change make a difference?
Up high.
1 ball. Here on Linares. Pressure as the opportunities to get this run back fade. They'll have 1 more turn at bat if they don't pick it up in this innings. There is 1 out. Runner on first. Count is 1 ball. Manly has been in good control so far. There's a piece. It will go through to first. Taken by Nuku Nuku. Safely into second with the runners, Corrales.
Not before.
That will bring Ojeda.
It's a good play, Brad Rona. Straight to Nukunuku at first.
So 2 out. Runner on second.
The second out.
Brings to the plate.
We see the base runner, Velez. Over to second.
Number 2, Franklin Gonzalez.
Number 18, Ojeda. Coming to the plate with 2 outs. Now the time, that play there sets it up to back your pitcher. Now's the time for Shannon and Manly to get together to work hard to get Ojeda out.
So Ojeda, a chance to be the hero. Venezuela looking to get that 1 run back. New Zealand lead by 1. 2 outs. Manly puts the first one straight through the strike zone. Taken by Shannon. 1 strike. It's a big fly. And the out is taken. Venezuela have 1 more turn at bat in regular time and innings.
There's striker. Yeah, look at the look on his face. He knew he missed a pitch there as well. Tyson Byrne went back a long way. Again, that ball went really high into here. So the Venezuelan hitter's got good wood on it.
Changes the catch. Did you say you had a change?
What's coming up later on Sky Sport. Due to get underway at 7:30 Australia. Lining up against the other Latino country who's still in the hunt. It's Argentina, of
17
course.
back in. Re-enter, 21 done. 17 done.
Some more changes here for Venezuela.
Huh? 17's in, 21's finished. Huh?
We'll go through.
Just one?
Fast-tracking into the final tomorrow afternoon.
Zambrano comes back in at first base. Linares is done.
17's in on the re-entry, 21 out. 17
So again,
in.
you're able to re-enter anybody that's on the starting roster, on the starting team can come back into the game once.
What a character he is. You can almost turn him into a cartoon series. Good guy, very popular figure, not just in softball, but in New Zealand sport. Great to see him still contributing so solidly. Brad Rona will step up and lead off. Bottom of the 6th, 1-0 New Zealand lead. Leads the first one, 1 ball.
Interesting there, the pitch was missed, the pitch was called a ball. However, catcher Flores had a chat to the umpire in Spanish, yet when the coach comes out, Flores is the interpreter and he speaks in English. So I think it's by choice. Possibly saying, yeah.
Colourful guy.
I think there was a strike, Mr. Umpire, sir.
Run over that steely look of determination. 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 balls now and 1 strike. No outs. Bottom of the 6th. A little stab at the ball, really, and easily taken by Zambrano on first base. 1 out. The lead, 1-0 to the Black Sox.
Change-up, though. I don't think we've seen too many change-ups this game. Certainly had Rona off balance. Little half swing. Soft fly ball to the first base.
And Donnie Hale gets a piece to third base and gets his way onto first base.
Hale with the second hit of the ball game. He's pitched down the third base line. Paez dives and comes off his glove. Base runner coming in for Hale. Number 17, Daniel Milne.
All right, I got a change for New Zealand.
Bringing in a little bit of speed on the bases.
17 is in.
So there is 1 out, 1-0, bottom of the 6th.
Thank you.
Into the box, the skipper, Casely. Jones has stayed on the mound. Venezuelan connection showing faith in him.
Might be time for a captain's knock here.
First pitch. Driven foul. Punched out by Casey, saw it early, got hold of it.
1 strike.
One strike on Casely.
Outside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Checks himself there, low and outside. Casely hugely experienced. pulled out at the last moment. 1 ball, 1 strike on him. 1 out, and a runner on first. 1-0, bottom of the 6th.
Good drive.
Drive.
Get through.
Into left field, it'll go to the fence and around. Comes New Zealand in for run number 2. Danny Milne scores after the skipper clubs it to left field.
Yeah, certainly time for a captain's knock. He knew it. He knew the team needed another run here to provide that little bit better cushion for Manly on the mound. Got a pitch out over the plate. Didn't overswing. That's the beautiful thing about it. Out over the plate. Drives it through to left centre. Stopped at second, and there you can see Milne scooting around to home. So, again, a nice change by Eddie Collassi, putting someone with pace on the bases. Venezuela did good to get that ball in pretty quick.
So, Ben Enoka, New Zealand lead 2-0. That run in the bottom of the 6th. There's still just 1 out. And a runner on second. Good throw from Flores. Across to Chirelos. Casely's got their measure, and he's back safely on the base number 2. This is Enoka. How important that run. New Zealand seek the fast track to the final. The infield hopper. The out taken on first. 2 outs now. Casely still remains on second base. Looking into the Black Sox dugout. They're feeling pretty buoyant at the moment. Of course, the real celebrations won't occur till the win here. And the big celebrations perhaps tomorrow afternoon. Casely's being replaced as well.
Change for New Zealand. 10 is out, 14
Aaron
in.
Stroman and Nemia.
10 out, 14 in. Thank you.
Be the base runner. 2 outs.
Not only has Reece got a shoulder injury, he's sort of got dicky knees as well. So see him hobbling around to second base a bit. Get someone with a little bit more pace out there. Aaron Stroman, Nemia. Tommy Markier at the plate.
2 outs. New Zealand lead 2-0. This is the bottom of the 6th. Runs coming in the 2nd and a few moments ago. Through the 3rd. Easy out on first. And that retires Thomas Marker. And that's the end of the New Zealand innings. Bottom of the 6th. That's the Black Sox who lead Venezuela 2-0.
Let's get up and good striker.
Striker doing the Harlem Shake. Letting it rip. That's a real family game. What a lot of fun the fans are having here at Don Freeman Field. Rosedale Park here in North Auckland. We're down to the wire now. Venezuela know that this is their last chance. They're making a change as well, Mark.
15
They've got to pull back 2 runs here in the top of the 7th.
Okay, thank you. I got a change for New Zealand, or for Venezuela. 2 is out, 15 is in. 2 is out, 15, okay.
So they're going to take Gonzalez out, and they're bringing Urbanea. last night started the game pitching against the Canadians, I believe.
So, Eric, over there, steps up the left-handed batsman. Needing 2 runs here. It'll be the first finalist announced. So they've got a double life. Play tomorrow morning, the winner of the Australia-Argentina game. That's coming up at 7:30. Chance for the Black Sox to win it here. Benaya fouls the first one off down the first base line. Strike 1 on him. Well, I'm saying you can't win the final unless you get to it.
7, 8, 9 in the order for Venezuela.
Manly, an impressive display here on the pitching mound today. Benaya acknowledges the delivery as well. A little shake of the head. 2 strikes on him, no outs at the moment. This is the top of the 7th innings, and the Black Sox lead by 2-0. Benaya concentrating.
Nice,
doesn't swing. 1 out.
Great way to start the 7th innings with a strikeout on the pinch hitter, Benaya. Great drop ball on the outside half of the plate. Shannon setting up perfectly. Hits his glove and a little bit of a move in with Paddy's glove. Nicely framed.
Let's pay some tribute to Patrick Shannon at a fine game behind the plate. Dictating terms as Chirinos gives it a bit of what for. Misses. Strike 1 on him. Catcher looking on, reading the play. 2 strikes. Chirinos troubled by this combination that Manly's developed here with his catcher. 2 strikes, 1 out, 2-0. Black Sox, top of the 7th. 2 outs is what they need. There is one of them. They're 1 out away from a ticket to the final.
Just a nod of approval there from catcher Shannon. Nice, well poised behind the plate. Done a great job of calling the game.
Lima 7. 14. You already used 14. Okay. Lima 7. Number 7, yes. 6. Okay.
So Jorge Lima has been called into the game
For Venezuela,
at a very difficult time. 2 outs. 2-0 down.
What it'll also mean is Rivero is out of the game should it continue, as this is the 2nd time he's been replaced.
Argentina. Today dispatching Canada. They'll be in against Australia in an hour's time. Chance for New Zealand to wrap this up. First one is a strike, clipping the outside of the plate. 2-0 up New Zealand. 1 out away from the grand final of the World Series of Softball. Two strikes and no ball. Manly has been just that. On top of his game, on top of the mound. One strike away from the grand final for the Black Sox. Manly. First real wild pitch of the game. 2 strikes, 1 ball. 2-0 Black Sox. Top of the 7th.
That was a great waste pitch.
Jorge Lima, the crowd on its feet. Rise ball. Heading our way, Mark. Shannon picks it up.
Yeah.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
First one was good. Second one's like, I need that a little bit closer. Go back to what's been working.
And strike it out. There's the win. The Black Sox through to the grand final of the 2013 World Series Championship Softball. What an effort. Runs in the 6th and back in the 2nd innings. Venezuela couldn't go with them. Reese Casley looks on, the skipper. Well satisfied with the work the team has put in to get themselves through to the final. The job is only half done.
Last pitch of the ball game, they're right there. Drop ball that's worked well. Down in the dirt for the strikeout. Manly having his most commanding performance of the series so far. Leading the Black Sox and spearheading them. Defensively doing a great job. Keeping the Venezuelans at bay.
Venezuela will get another bite of the cherry, but it makes it that much tougher. The Black Sox fast-track their way through to tomorrow's grand final. They'll get a night of rest. They won't have to fire up in the morning. And a great performance by them here. Must pay tribute to Jeremy Manley. What an awesome effort on the mound. But Venezuela just couldn't quite lift themselves when it was needed.
I think the important thing is certainly Manly threw a great game. Him and Paddy Shannon worked the best I've seen them work for a long time, and that's a really great sign. It's always a pitcher and a catcher working together. Often the pitcher gets a lot of the credit, but Paddy did a great job behind the plate. You work for 4 years. You give yourself an opportunity. All you want to do is get through to Sunday, because Sunday is when Moneyball happens.
And speaking of Patrick Shannon, he's with Stephen McIver.
Patrick, how good does that feel? Grand final, here we come.
Oh, yeah, it's a big goal that we've achieved so far. You know, we've, could say, waited 4 years to get right back where we want to be, and Jerry came out on the mound and showed us that what it can be done with some hard work and a bit of belief.
How much did you draw on last night's result?
Oh, a lot. Actually, just gave us really the belief and actually showed us that we were here to win it. You know, and we were in for a tough game, and we knew we had to roll our sleeves up and we had to keep going, and never give up attitude made it come through this time, and sometimes it doesn't and it keeps pushing it back, but last night showed that we can just keep going and keep going.
To use that well-worn phrase, you got to give full credit to Venezuela.
Oh no, yep, they've been a tough team through this tournament. They're not out of it yet, and they deserve to be here in this game, so they deserve a big crack tomorrow. You know, they're right there with it. They're powerful hitters, you know, and they've got a lot of confidence too, so all the best to them, but right now we're going to concentrate on tomorrow's grand final.
How's your body after being hit last night?
Oh, you know, not allowed to be sore at this point, you know, so I'll wait till you can ask me that in about 10 hours.
I look forward to seeing you tomorrow.
Thank you.
All right, here comes Big Bad Brad. Hey, congratulations, mate. How are you feeling?
Yeah, awesome, me. We're not finished yet. One more to go, and then we can celebrate.
Mate, what's it like playing at home?
Oh, this is like, oh man, look at this. The atmosphere is amazing.
Have you seen the sign? You know, Uncle Brad, come on.
Yeah, I've seen it. Love that. Love it. Awesome.
What's the difference with this team at the moment, particularly after last night's result?
Oh, we knew we had a job to do today. You know, beating the Aussies was we planted the seed, so you know, we had to do it.
Was there a potential that you could start a bit slow in this game against Venezuela?
Yep, because they had you know, they got a bit of a chip on their shoulder, the Venezuelans, and you know, the boys knew that over the last couple of years, so it was always going to be a big game.
What's going to be the difference tomorrow with whoever you face?
It doesn't matter who we play. We're ready.
There's someone in your eyes that tells me it's on.
Yeah, oh yeah, baby.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow in the grand final at 1.
Thank you. Cheers.